Today is Monday, Parashat Aharei. Actually, this coming Shabbat, we're going to be reading two parashiot, Aharei and Kedoshim. This Shabbat we'll also be reading the third chapter of Pirkei Avot, and we'll explain one of the Mishnayot in Pirkei Avot today, Mishnah Tet in Perek Gimel. Rabbi Chanina ben Dosa Omer. Rabbi Chanina ben Dosa says, Rabbi Chanina ben Dosa was a very great tzaddik and a hasid, a person who had incredible merits. Our Hachamim say that the whole world benefited in terms of the sustenance of the whole world is because of the merit of that one person, Rabbi Chanina ben Dosa. His whole generation benefited from his zechut. So this is what Rabbi Chanina ben Dosa says in this Mishnah. Kol shir'at het'o kodemet lechokhmato, chokhmato mitkayemet. So anyone who yirat chet'o, he sees in the to be God-fearing, to fear of doing any avera, that is the purpose of his learning, that is his main purpose. And that's more important for him than even his wisdom. Then chokhmato mitkayemet, his wisdom endures. Because the chokhmah that he acquired through his learning is going to be realized in his actions, in the mitzvot that he does, in his midot tovot, in his good character traits. Like the pasuk says, Reshit chokhmah irat Hashem. The beginning of chokhmah, of wisdom, is at Hashem, is to be God-fearing. If the purpose of learning is just for gaining knowledge without applying it, then the wisdom is going to not be established, not endure. וכל שחוכמתו קודמת ליראת חטאו, אין חוכמתו מתקיימת. And anyone who gives more importance to wisdom than even yirat chet'o, than to be God-fearing. In other words, the whole purpose of learning is not in order to apply what he learns, just to acquire knowledge. Such a person, his chokhmah, his wisdom, is not going to endure. He's not going to continue and be established. Why? Because he has no yirat chet. Then he's learning and actually not applying what he's learning. He's not doing what the teachings that he's learning are showing him the way to act. So such a person, his knowledge and his wisdom will not be established. Here the commentator here, the Kehati, brings a parable. He says, imagine yourself, somebody has an incredible harvest and he has a lot of oil and wine and grain, and he says he's very wealthy, but he doesn't have a storage to store all that wealth. So what's going to happen? That wealth is going to be wasted. So all the chokhmah that he's acquired, if there is no yirat shamayim, no yirat chet, no the aspect of being God-fearing to apply what he learned, then all what he's learned is just will evaporate eventually. Haya Omer, he used to say, Kol shema asav merubin mechokhmato, chokhmato mitkayemet. Anyone whose actions are greater than his wisdom. In other words, he may be wise to a certain extent, but he really applies even more. He gives more importance to the actions rather than just the wisdom. Then chokhmato mitkayemet, his wisdom will endure. But if a person has so much knowledge and so much wisdom, but he does not apply it, there's no action as a realization of that knowledge and that wisdom, then his wisdom will not endure. And here this Mishnah, Rabbi Chanina ben Dosa, explains to us that the importance of action, not just words. You know, the words are easy to say, or learning, sometimes you can learn some aspects of how to do certain halachot, but if you don't apply the halakha, then the teachings and the learning goes to waste type of thing. So important is the action. And that's why actually Kadosh Baruch Hu gave us many mitzvot to apply, because each mitzvah actually, and Rambam says הלב הולך אחר המעשה. The heart goes after the action. So the more the actions of mitzvot are being done, the more it has an impact on our psyche, on our emotions, even on our thoughts. Action is so important. That's why in creation of the world, that Kadosh Baruch Hu, in the Torah it says, Asher bara Elohim la'asot, that Hashem created la'asot, for doing. And also, Tzah Kadosh Baruch Hu lezakot et Israel. Hashem wanted to lezakot, to give merit to Israel, or lezakot milashon, to purify, lezakech. Lefichach hirba lahem Torah mitzvot. That's why he added both Torah and mitzvot. And mitzvot are certain things that we need to apply ourselves in, not just to have as theory, but rather as action and applying what we learn. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen ve'amen.